to the temple of your body and your being and shine that light, and don't let anything stop it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed too, like a moth comes to a flame, the brighter your light, the more your challenges are going to come to you. And I know they say that in India, they talk about the closer you get to nirvana, the demons are going to rear their ugly heads. So,
yeah.
If you've got some challenges, it means that you might be on the right track, It's like, but if you have no challenges, you might want to take a look at something. You may not be evolving at all.
Yeah, and there's no way out but through. You have to go through it. There's no avoiding it. So it's best look straight at. It's best to look straight at it and take it on. And that's why it's important to have a sense of humor, a sense of joy, because that's what works the best in the face of adversity is joy and happiness, and it just dissolves darkness wherever it lives.
Yeah, it's really hard to slug a smiling face, But some people would try. A lot of people are very upset, or they get very upset about other people's joy or bliss because it's a reflection of their own lack of bliss.
Yeah, and this goes back to that empathy. It's because they're hurting inside, and they want to feel that joy, and so they're angry at you for having that joy. They feel that they're somehow deprived of, and that's just happens to be where they're at in their journey or in their space, and somehow they've got themselves kind of closed in and boxed in, and they don't see any way out. And that's why it's so important to plant those positive seeds all over the place, because you never know what it is that's going to open the door for somebody or wake somebody up. When you run down the description of everything I do, musician, artist, radio, personality, et cetera, well, there's one reason I do all that stuff is to plant as many seeds as I can and in as many ways as I can. So, and then to kind of shoot it out there into the matrix so that synchronicity can take over and the messages can find the people or the places that need them the most.
Yeah, definitely. We can't plant enough seeds, and there can't be enough examples out there to kind of show people, what it means to walk in integrity and walk a life of love and joy and bliss. And I'm the first one to say I don't always walk that path. I do the best I can, but I don't blame myself if I have an experience. I just gain the wisdom from that experience and then let it settle in the soul, forgive, and move on.
Yeah, you have a very positive attitude, James. Thank you for that.
No, and every once in a while I just want to kill somebody. But no, I'm kidding. Yeah, we were joking about that the other day. This one person was just being such an obnoxious, unbelievable. And I know it's because his parents never took care of him or never paid any attention to him and things like that. And, I was looking at these friends of mine, I said, can't we just kill him? and we were like, coming from me, everybody just started busting up. It's kind of like we have this, spiritual humor here. It's like spiritually inappropriate humor. And, and it kind of turned one of these guys around, it was a little bit, but, it was kind of a shock value, he wasn't expecting that coming.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always, spontaneity can definitely be a key, that's for sure. Oh
yeah. But, I would never do it, but it was kind of funny in the moment that but yeah, we are in interesting times. There's no doubt about it. There's some pretty major events unfolding. How do you feel about, now there's something coming up, and I've gotten a lot of information about it. It has to do with the changing of the guard between some of the ultradimensionals and many of the Palladians, and in conjunction with a lot of the, it's like they're all coming into alignment, and it seems like humanity is the last realm that's out of alignment. The nature spirits, the masters, the ultradimensionals, the higher benevolent, spiritually advanced ETs, they're all working together right now and coming into alignment for a major event coming up very soon. And I don't have all the details, but I'm sure you're probably feeling something around the corner as well.
Well, I definitely think that the overall frequency of things is rising. It's gently rising because it has to be somewhat gentle, or else people might go haywire, even more so than they are already. But simultaneous to the compression and the control issues that are out there in the world is this rise in spiritual energy, and maybe somehow they're kind of connected or intertwined, like the last flare up of a match before it goes out. This ugliness rises to the surface. And one thing I think is that with the interconnectedness of communications, humanity has to take one good solid look at its whole entire past in order to move on. And I think that's a big part of it, is that right now we're essentially psychoanalyzing the whole of human history. We're going over all of it, and we're debating, was this right, was this wrong, and finding what feels right. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's almost like the inner struggle on a macro level. And I think people are feeling it also on the micro, on the individual level. And that's where we eventually do get alignment with entities that are in harmony with Tao. We individually choose to align with nature, and then we will be in harmony. So each individual that brings themselves into accord with that resonance will give off a sympathetic vibration that will in turn cause others to hopefully move in that direction as well. And I think we're reaching a kind of threshold. Obviously, you could throw the 2012 thing in there, and regardless of the external reasons for it, it seems like everybody kind of feels that there's something going on, and if we all feel it or all believe in it, then it is so. So something's going on, and more people are waking up to their higher self, to their soul, to that which is beyond them. So I have great hope. I think we just have to really continue to do that and continue to share that joy. And at some point, the breakdown will become a breakthrough, and humanity just might find its way.
I'm sure praying for that one. I always say I'm very much into, praise Creator or Allah and tie your camel. Because,
I agree. God has no one's hands but your own.
Yeah. And it does seem we are moving into these times where we are going to have to be sure and take care of our physical needs, get closer to the earth, simplify, and start living in harmony with each other and the planet. And that's about the only way we're going to get through, because they're telling me that pretty much the line's been drawn, and if you don't have love in your heart, you're not going to be able to cross that line pretty soon. So we're definitely going into some major shifts and changes, and I think it's either going to hit you like a brick or a feather, depending on your own consciousness and your own density, you might say.
Well, that artificial world can't be sustained, and it's eventually going to crumble. And if you believe in it, then you will crumble. But if you don't believe in it, you can just watch it fall and be able to adapt to the new reality.
Yeah, there's a whole new world right behind it that's being created. And if you go with that flow, you'll take the upward spiral. If you keep hanging on to the old program, it's on a downward spiral, and you'll end up going with it.
Yeah, and I hope to see many of you on that upward spiral. And if you see me out there, make sure that you wave. I'll probably wave back. I'll probably have a big smile and enjoy the ride.
A big smile and a bag of fruit.
Or a glass of wine.
Yeah, that works too. Hey, we're running up to the end of the hour. Before we go, I want to make sure and give your website out and any ways that people can contact you.
Sure thing. It's creativecosmos.org. all my stuff's on there. I've recently updated the gift shop a little bit. You can get all my books on there. Pearly Gates Press, Ruminations of the Universe. I go into great depth about many of the things we were talking about and many other things, cosmic things, the galaxy, the universe, our inner world, our outer world, anything fun, all kinds of great things, all designed to provoke and great thoughts and help you consider new possibilities. CreativeCosmos.org. You can come by. My email's on there. Drop me a line. Say hello. Anytime you want. I'm always happy to hear from you.
Great. Hey, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show. Enjoy the rest of your Halloween, and watch out for those goblins and witches. I hear they're attacking.
Yeah, thanks, James. Thanks so much. I had a great time. You're a great host, and you're doing good work. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Okay, thanks.
We're out of time. This is James Gillen with As You Wish Talk Radio on the BBS Network, signing off. Have a great evening, and stick close to that fire, because there might be things waiting for you.
Woo-hoo.